Everybody has their thing. And for me, it was football. I was a semi-pro player with a championship already under my belt, and I was playing in a game and made a tackle I've made 100 times before. I go down, he goes down, he gets up, and I can't move. His teammates are yelling at me, "Emeka, get up, get up." And I am trying, but I just can't do it. Then the trainers would run out and I hear them yelling back and forth, "I think it's C5, I think it's C6. And at that time, I had no idea what that meant. Eventually, an ambulance would arrive, and they get me on a stretcher, and as they're wheeling me off the field, all I wanted to do was wave, put a thumb up, let the crowd know that I was gonna be okay. And I am trying, but I just can't do it. I get to the hospital where I'd find out C5, C6 was the level in which I had just broken my neck. I spent 9 hours in surgery, and after that they told me that I had just suffered a spinal cord injury and I was paralyzed from my chest down. I can tell you in that moment, I had no idea what those words meant for my life. Over the next 3 months, I approached rehabilitation just like I approach football. Just do the work and get the results. I believed that I was simply putting my old life on the shelf and I'd be able to pick it back up once I got done with my rehab. And then one day a doctor comes in and tells me that they've done everything that they can do for me and that they're drawing up my discharge papers. And it just didn't make sense to me, because I was supposed to walk out of this hospital, not be wheeled out of it. After I left the hospital, despair began to settle in, because I was completely isolated from other people. Because at least in the hospital, I had a team of people that were giving me tasks and goals and work to do on a day-to-day. But now, I was alone in my house, just sitting in my darkness. I felt like I was watching everyone around me live their lives while I was losing mine. It was the darkest time of my entire life. I didn't know what my future was supposed to be. Luckily, I had a friend named Paul who would come over and hang out with me and watch Monday Night Football just to spend time. He worked with youth at a church in Tulsa, and one day he invited me to come along. And so I showed up. But I was uncomfortable because I felt like I had nothing to offer the kids. But after one conversation with a kid and just sharing some of my experiences, I realized that there was something to give. I realized how much I enjoyed building relationships with them and helping them deal with the challenges that they were facing. And so I kept going back. As I shared my story with them, the kids saw a story of triumph, even though I was still looking at the tragedy. Soon, I started to believe that my future could be better because the kids believed it. So in the midst of my helping them, they helped me imagine the future for myself. One of the students said that they thought that I would be a good counselor, and another encouraged me to maybe become a speaker. And as I watched the kids go off to college, I started imagining going back to college and finishing up for myself. And I did. Today, I hold a master's degree, I'm a licensed counselor and a speaker, and an advocate for youth. I'm a guy who found himself in a hopeless situation and borrowed hope from others until I could find it for myself. And now, I'm in a position to lend hope to others until they can find it for themselves. My name is Emeka Nnaka, and hope is rising in Oklahoma.